So today I replaced the clutch slave cylinder in my Nissan 300ZX. As you can see, this is it. It's been leaking for a while, so clutch went out. I thought I'd go ahead and replace it. Now, actually, what happened was I was showing the car off a bit, and after a hard shift, the pedal just stuck to the floor. And my first assumption was the slave cylinder. Now, this is a relatively easy job, probably one of the easiest jobs on this car. In terms of just replacing. Now the bleeding is a bit of a pain. I'll make another video for that. But it's just two 14mm bolts holding it on, and the banjo bolt, the clutch line actually gets bolted on from, is the 12mm. So it's not terrible in terms of just taking it off. It's just the bleeding procedure that is such a pain.
Oh, there she is. There it is.
Now, that was the 12mm bolt that holds the clutch line on. It has two copper washers on either side of the clutch line. So you got one in between the slave cylinder and the clutch line, and you got one in between the bolt's head and the clutch line. And you don't want to lose either of those unless you feel like going to buy new ones. So with the last little bit unbolted and everything, this is pretty much just me taking out the loose bolts and removing the slave cylinder, the old one. Alright, one thing to note when installing this is that the piston right there you can see kind of wadding up is actually pretty stiff compared to what the old one was. I mean, there was nothing to the old one. I think that's probably also just a difference with the design. Since it is really springy, it's somewhat difficult to get it on there when you're laying on the ground. If you're on a lift or something, it wouldn't be that bad, but what you don't want to do is just hammer it in with the nearest power tool you have, whether it be air powered or electric powered. You don't just want to line a bolt up and then just hammer it in there. Just like anything else that seems like there's a possibility of it getting in a bind and cross threading, you want to force it on there, hold it in place, and start that fastener with your hand. Then after you get the one started and you know it's held in good, then you can grab the back side of it and you can pivot it around to get the other hole to line up. And that's really about it. Then you just bolt that 12mm banjo bolt on there, and then you start the bleed procedure.
Now, again, I will put a bleed procedure later on. Hopefully, it'll be accomplished. I'm hoping tomorrow. Slave cylinder did not fix it. It needs a master cylinder also. So, I ordered the master cylinder. That'll be here tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and put that in, and then hopefully get a video up of how to bleed it, because I feel like that is something a lot of people struggle with on this car, and probably something I'll struggle with. So I'll learn a little bit through it. Hopefully, if get the video finished, you'll learn a little bit through it. So it's just something to look forward to, I guess. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and leave a like. Tell me maybe something you know about bleeding. Leave a comment. So thanks for watching.